Is this the end of Wonderland Time as we know it and the entire Daniele Sesta ecosystem? Is it crumbling, and what is there to do? Welcome back to Hidden Gem Network. My name is Dan, and hello all new gem hunters and those of you that are pretty annoyed and pretty upset about what's been happening with Wonderland and specifically wMEMO, as we can already tell. It's just a bad story that we've been seeing after the whole Sifu news that I reported on as well. So with all that being said, I want to cover everything that you need to know to make an informed decision. And this is super important you watch till the end. But before I go ahead and tell you anything, I just want to make it very clear. Yes, I've sold all of my positions in wMEMO. I'm not telling anybody to panic sell, me telling you that I sold already. I sold at a tremendous loss, and a lot of individuals did as well. And again, the reason why I personally went ahead and decided to liquidate is because I want to see what happens. I really want to see where this goes. Is there an opportunity to buy back in? Potentially. But the way that it's looking, we might not see that. So before I dive into all the proposals and who would actually be taking over the Treasury, I just want to cover this quickly. Daniele is actually going to be paying those individuals that were liquidated under him because of him, essentially, back from his own personal funds. So again, no Treasury, no funds from the Treasury will be going back to those people that were liquidated, which in my opinion isn't very fair. If you decide to take a gamble and you get liquidated, again, I'm really torn on this because yes, you took a gamble, but you lost the gamble because the owner of the protocol decided to make some pretty bad decisions, and he's coming. Listen, it doesn't affect us, so it doesn't really matter. So for those of you that have been over leveraged or leveraged in a position against your wMEMO, just know Sesta's coming and giving you the funds that you're owed because he feels bad. So let's actually talk about his post that he made about what he plans to do. And then we're actually gonna dive into the proposal because this is so important, like so important. So first thing is first, this is directly from Sesta, from his Twitter. And I just highlighted what's so important is he says, I personally believe that we should get professionals on board managing the Treasury. However, tone change, let's go to the actual Wonderland form proposal here before it goes on to the actual vote, and we'll talk about the vote because the vote is so important right now so you understand what to do, what you should be doing, make an informed decision, because I'm never going to tell you what to do. So a vote needs to be put in place whether to wind down Wonderland or not. What does this mean? Winding down means that every wMEMO holder, so if you're a time investor, you obviously staked it, got your memo, wrapped it. Long story short, if you're invested into time or you invested into Wonderland, into wMEMO, and you're a holder of wMEMO, this is for you. So if they wind down, they'll be giving every wMEMO holder back the funds from the Treasury that are entitled to and declare the Wonderland project, the Ohm fork experiment, closed. We strongly believe that that this would be the cleanest way moving forward. AKA, hey, we just want to wash our hands with this project and move forward. That's, this is the sentiment that's echoed throughout this entire proposal and throughout all these recent messages. So we see over here, if the proposal is voted against, meaning that the proposal that to wind down and pay everybody back from the Treasury is not voted in favor of doing that, then within 5 days, a counter proposal needs to be made. And if there's no counter proposal made within 5 days by the community, with the relevant people who are willing to take over the multisig and willing to take on this challenge, we will still unwind the Treasury. Long story short, if this particular vote is all no, right? Which again, it's not winning. But if this were to be no, there would be a 5-day grace period to come up with a proposal from the community leaders, and also I would even put in there whales, because the whales would have to vote on this and have a major impact on the decision. So the community would need to come up with a proposal in 5 days to say, hey, rather than unwinding the Treasury, this is what we want to do. So again, we don't want anything to happen to the user's funds, and we would not feel confident to delegate the whole Treasury to a non-structured replacement. Basically saying, hey, if we just have a random person or somebody who isn't in the know running the Treasury, we're not really about that, given the fact that we saw the negative implication of somebody who wasn't quite frankly qualified to be handling billions of dollars in a Treasury, given his blatant disregard of of caring about other people. So this will depend on the outcome of the vote. So how will the voting of this new protocol work? This will depend on the outcome of the vote, but we are already getting ready to claim, they're already initiating the claiming UI. Long story short, they kind of already know that the end game here is just to wash their hands with the protocol, as we strongly believe it's the best solution. Again, echoing the sentiment that the best way forward here is just washing your hands, dissolving the ohm fork experiment, as is being said. Edit, this is important. Treasury will be paid back at backing price, and wMEMO held in the Treasury is not part of the distribution. All right, so again, basically saying that you're going to be, if you don't own any wMEMO but hold memo or time, you can wrap them. And so right over here, to dissect this a little bit more, is you'll be able to send your wMEMO to the contract that is created and receive part of the Treasury you are owed. So if you have enough wMEMO to equate to 1% of the Treasury, you'll get back what you're owed based on the backing price of wMEMO at the time. So with the different token that that make it up, X token of AVAX, X token of MIM, etc. So again, you could liquidate your wMEMO based off of the backing price of how much you have. So let's just say the backing price is $40,000 for simplicity purposes. Let's just say backing price is $40,000 at the time, and you have 0.5 wMEMO, you'll get $20,000. That's, you know, that's essentially what's being said. So again, that's the proposal, and the vote has been casted. The vote is currently being casted. We can see that 66% are in favor, you know, the holders, and we can see a lot of, you know, whales voting that, hey, we just want this to be done. So to hold this much time, you're a whale. I mean, let's just say it like it is. However, we could see that 66% are saying, yep, let's wipe our hands with this. Let's walk away and let's just call it a day. So as a holder, if I was still in here and I'm looking at this snapshot, it ends January 31st, so it ends tomorrow. Excuse me, it ends in 2 days about. It's just not looking too hot for Wonderland. If I was still in, I would consider getting out, personally for me, but I already got out. Now, here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, is that Sesta went ahead and said in his proposal, in his written statement, you know, they have one of two options: to dissolve it or have a team take over. So like he said over here, with the correct entity to take over. And somebody has stepped up, Bastion Trading, who I actually went ahead and listened to an interview he did. And again, we'll review the proposal. However, the second option, if no is voted in, essentially, is to have somebody take over the Treasury. So whether it's the team at Bastion who propose themselves on the form here, or it's another team, these professionals should be doing the audits, etc. So it's kind of weird, because as I'm going through these, I wanted to see what came first, the chicken or the egg here. And the proposal for Bastion Trading, it was on January 28th at 2:22 a.m. and then Sesta tweeted at 3:59 a.m. But we can see that this proposal was put up on January 28th at 4:25 p.m. And if we cross-reference January 28th, right, on these posts, technically speaking, this post came after Sesta saying, hey, we could possibly transfer this over to somebody even smarter, which again, those smarter people would be Bastion Trading. And specifically, I forgot his name exactly, Skyhopper, okay, Skyhopper. This is Skyhopper in an interview over here. He's actually very, very smart. I'll give credit where it's due. Very, very smart. Definitely somebody who I wouldn't mind running the Treasury, because he could definitely manage money better than I can with his track record if you just listen to what him and his partners have done. Very, very intelligent individuals. But we can see, if we just take a look at the comments that are going on with this entire proposal, people are saying that they still want Daniele to be a part of the project, and I agree. I think he should be a part of what he created. However, there's individuals that are watching whale movement, and right over here I saw two whales buy wMEMO for 100K and 110K. That's 5.05 and 5.5 wMEMO in that time. So they bought their voting power up and voting yes to wind down the project. So they'll definitely get back their investment, but all other frogs will lose. So this is, this is just a general consensus of everybody going back and forth here. The voting isn't done yet. So I don't want to say this is the end. This is, the fork in the road that we need to decide what's next. But I just want to let you know that this is a possibility and to be very, very cautious because we can see some massive downside in the upcoming future. And I just want to warn everybody right now to be prepared because I know not everybody has enough time to do their due diligence and dive deep into stuff like this. That's why you watch my videos and other people's videos as well to get this information quickly. And ironically, looking through this, Sifu himself voted no. Now, if you go to the Wonderland website and you connect to the AVAX chain, I don't have any more Wonderland, like I just said, or Time or wMEMO, you can actually click on Fund. And we can see everything that's happening inside with the Treasury on what's happening, the liquidity pools, what's claimable, which networks, protocols, the wallets as well. BSGG, BetSwap. It's got so much in there. Then we have Magic Internet Money. But again, you can just take a look at the fund over here. Just get an idea of where all the liquidity is, what's happening, and make an informed decision on what you want to happen with your current allocation if you're still in Wonderland. And again, I know it's been a long journey, guys. I know I've been covering this very heavily. But from the very beginning, like anything I covered, whether it's Jade, whether it's Heck DAO, whatever it is, I always tell you guys that I do this as case studies. Even though I put in, I think it was like $7,000 or $8,000 here, I was only able to withdraw like $2,800, $3,000, but I was up at one point. But I do this as a case study. I don't ever tell anybody to invest into anything. I give you my perspective, what I'm thinking. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same journey trying to accomplish the same exact thing, which is to preserve our wealth and even make more money from the money that we have already. But in regards to my content around Wonderland, I'm gonna start winding down on it and looking for what's most important now because of the wThem community as well. I wanna start doing what I did best a long time ago, rather than just working and focusing on one particular protocol, one particular project. I'm looking forward. I'm forward thinking on what's next. Because last DeFi summer, we had, we had yield aggregators that were the thing, that were the hottest thing, right? So, like Pancake Bunny and pretty much any single yield aggregator, Beefy, Yearn, all these tokens were just astronomically overvalued, not even overvalued, but they were just going through the roof. So I'm trying to forward think on what's upcoming, and I'm still watching V33 Rock, what Sesta and Andre Cronje are doing. And I'm interested to also see how their relationship is now with Andre and Daniele, if they're going to push forward. And Andre did say that he will still continue working with Daniele Sesta. However, I want to see the extent as to where this goes, because Cronje has a very clean slate, and Sesta now, let's say it like it is, he's lost a lot of faith. Even though, yes, I'm still a frog, yes, I'm part of Frog Nation, there is, and all other frogs as well. If you want to go ahead and combat me and try to say that's not true, you're just lying to yourself. There's a little hint of doubt in your mind now. There's subconsciously a little hint of doubt. Even if you're still a believer in Sesta like I am, I still think he's brilliant. I still think his intentions are right. I just think that some things could have been done and executed way better in regards to who was in charge in certain aspects. So again, that's pretty much it. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on Twitter for more up-to-date, faster updates. Very important. That's where I release everything quickly. It just so happened the other night I was able to put out a video very fast in regards to the Sifu situation, because I saw that being super important for everybody to know. But that was on Twitter first. Make sure you join wThem, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Love you guys. Have a fantastic day. And yeah, I'll catch you guys. Bye.